Welcome everyone, this is Matt here from Odin IT bringing you HTML and CSS lessons. This is a thing that we'll be doing on this channel where I'll be teaching you guys how to code from the very basics. And don't worry, I'll give a step-by-step guide in every single one of these episodes so that you don't have to worry about being too beginner, because this will be for absolutely everyone that wants to get into this industry. Now, in this first episode, we're going to learn what HTML is and create your very first web page in just a couple of minutes. So what is HTML? So HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It's essentially the skeleton or structure of every web page you visit. So think of a house. HTML are the bricks and walls, CSS is the paint and decoration, and essentially JavaScript is the electricity that makes things come alive. JavaScript is very important. You ever see those really cool animations on a web page or how the whole thing functions? That's JavaScript. HTML and CSS just makes things look pretty, but it's the foundation to a great web page. So the tools you'll need, you need a text editor or an IDE. So I use VS Code, but Notepad works too. I wouldn't recommend Notepad for many other languages, but it's what you can use, and any browser that you need. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We need to create a file called my first website or whatever, and inside it we're going to create a file called index.html. So the reason why index.html is the default browsers look for is essentially that they've all come together in an agreement that index.html is the start to everything. So when you host your website somewhere, for example, I host mine through Xnilo. If you host through them, when you launch your website or anywhere on WordPress or all of that, they are going to look for an index.html file to run everything based off. That has to be your main personal file. Okay, let's go to files. Okay, so over here we're gonna say we're gonna create new, if I can find it. There we go. So it's going to be called, what did I say it was going to be called? My first website. Cool, we go in it, and then we're gonna go into VS Code. Okay, so you're just gonna say open folder wherever you saved it. I saved it on under my desktop. So here we go. Then you select folder. Over here you're gonna click on new file, and you're gonna create your index.html file. Okay, so you could use a trick. I believe it's this. There we go, and you press tab, and it essentially starts everything for you. Or you just do it, I believe it's once, and then tab, and it does that, and it essentially starts up the base code of what you need. But for you guys, I will start it all from scratch. So first, press your shift and 1 to get the. There we go. So it's a doc type. So doctype.html or the HTML essentially tells the browser what language you're coding in. So it just tells it that the doc type is HTML. Then you're going to need your HTML tags to do that, and it will essentially do that for you. In that, you're going to need a head a head code. And then in between the head, you're going to need a title. Now this is essentially the top part of your web page, and you can name it my first website. That will come at the top. Then underneath head, you're going to open up your body. And in your body is where magic happens. So let's start with a heading. Okay, so H1 is your heading, and you're going to say hello world. And underneath the heading, you always want to place a paragraph. So it's as simple as typing in P, closing it, and say this is my first website. Then you can save it. Okay, so the easiest thing you can do here is either you can go out into your file and then right click it, say open in browser, or you could go to this extensions page over here and you type in this live server with this exact logo, and that allows you, and then when you already have it installed, you just press F5, it will ask you in Chrome, and then you open it up, and then boom, there is your very first web page. And essentially with the progression of these courses, there are going to be 20 episodes in the series. It will just continuously get better from there. And I'll then check you guys in the next one. Congrats, you've just created your very first web page. And in the next episode, we'll break down the structure and learn how to add more content to it so that it looks really, really good. Until next time, cheers.